A disability lawyer coming to you from a bit cloudy Baltimore, Maryland. That's a pretty nice day. I'm going to talk about whether anxiety and or depression can get you disability benefits. And let's first talk about the perspective of Social Security disability benefits. So first, the anxiety or depression has to affect your work, your ability to work in such a bad way that you can't work full time. And it's just over full time means making just over $1,000 a month before taxes, before deductions, anything like that. The exact number is like $1,300 or $1,400 a month, but you get the idea, and that's gross. That means, you only have to work a few hours a month to go beyond that, or a few hours a week rather, to go beyond that. So that's the first step. It doesn't matter how bad your anxiety and depression is. If you are working more than that, you're going to get denied. Bottom line. So the next step is to think about is whether your anxiety and depression causes you to miss work for 12 months or more, or is expected to cause you to miss work for 12 months or more. That's a long time. That is a long time. So if you go back to work prior to that 12-month period, then again, you are out of luck, unless you have to take off work again and again and again. But it gets complicated when that sort of thing happens. But the cleanest thing to talk about is your anxiety and depression just makes you stop working, and that's it. So the next thing we need to talk about is if it causes you to not be able to work in the job you have experience in. And so that can come into play, like for teachers who are not able to go into the classroom because they have PTSD, but they could work other jobs. They're not going to be eligible for Social Security disability. Okay, it has to be, not only your job, but also every other job. So those are the two things to think about. And then after that, maybe the most important thing in mental health cases, because addiction plays a role in so many of these mental health cases, either before or after the mental health condition worsens. So the question becomes, is drug and or alcohol abuse causing the anxiety and or depression? And if it is causing that anxiety or depression, and then you will not be eligible for Social Security disability benefits, or SSI for that matter. So think about it this way. If you took away the addiction, would the anxiety and depression still be there? And if it would still be there, then you might be eligible for Social Security disability. You might be disabled, but it's really hard to tell when the addiction is ongoing. So, what I tell all my clients is go get treatment for your addiction. I mean, always go get treatment. Try to stop. I understand some people can't stop, and but at least try. That's what Social Security needs to see. Okay, So that was Social Security disability benefits and SSI. Next, I want to talk about private long-term disability benefits. Now, you're not going to be eligible for that kind of thing unless you or your employer bought an insurance policy on your behalf. So it's usually employer sponsored. Sometimes people buy it on their own, but somebody's got to buy it. You can't just get private long-term disability insurance if no one has ever paid for it. Okay, so you usually know, do you have a policy through like the Hartford or MetLife or Lincoln Financial or Mass Mutual, someone like that, and they, it's part of your benefit package or whatever, then maybe you can get benefits based on your anxiety or depression. If it's bad enough to make you miss work 20% of the time or more. So 20% of your earnings have to be lost for you to be eligible for these kind of benefits. And these kind of benefits are usually about 60% of salary, and that gets reduced if you're working part-time, blah, blah, blah. But yes, you could be eligible for this benefit based on anxiety or depression. However, these insurance companies are going to fight you hard. They're going to fight you so hard. They're going to hire psychiatrists for a ton of money to say that you are not disabled and that you can work. So it's, your medical condition has to be really well documented. You've got to be seeing a doctor for this kind of thing. I mean, almost always have to be on medication, and it's still a really uphill battle, to get these benefits. These insurance companies do not want to pay you. They want to keep your money, keep your employer's money. They don't want to pay you. So they're usually going to deny a case for anxiety or depression. And, you have the chance to appeal, and you definitely should if you believe that you should get these benefits. And if you appeal, you should probably get a lawyer. So that's the situation with anxiety and depression. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. It helps with the YouTube algorithm so I can get these videos out to other people. And see you next time.